What if one sentence was enough to reopen a wound buried for 9 years? What if a name from the past suddenly shook 2 countries at the same time? And what if the truth everyone argued about for nearly a decade was finally spoken live on television? Welcome back to Magazine News and Gossip, where the stories are real, the confessions are raw, and the headlines never sleep. Before we dive in, ask yourself this. Can a love that once defined your life later become your biggest turning point? Because last night, that exact question exploded across social media. Late last night, something happened that sent shockwaves through the celebrity world. Something no one expected. Something fans thought would never happen. Yaman, the internationally known actor who built a powerful career in Italy and conquered audiences far beyond Turkey, finally broke his long, carefully guarded silence. After years of avoidance, deflection, and unanswered questions, he spoke openly about Daletta, the woman he once called the greatest love of his life. The moment his words aired, the internet caught fire. Within minutes, television studios buzzed, newsrooms rushed to publish, and millions of viewers stopped scrolling. Comments flooded every platform. Headlines multiplied by the hour. The confession echoed from Istanbul to Milan and far beyond. But this was not just a story about love. This was about regret, pressure, loss, and the quiet damage no one saw coming. During a popular television program in Milan, the host raised a question that Yaman had avoided for years, a question that came up again and again throughout his career. Usually, he would smile, deflect, or shift the focus. But this time was different. There was a pause. Yaman took a deep breath, and then he spoke. For me, there were major turning points in both my career and my life. He began, his voice calm but heavy. At the time, I was under immense pressure. I didn't fully understand my emotions, and for years, I chose silence. The studio fell silent. He continued, explaining that he stayed quiet about Daletta because he feared his words would be misunderstood, twisted, or used against him. But now, he said, there is no point in staying silent anymore. And then came the sentence no one was prepared for. Yes, Daletta was the biggest mistake of my life. The reaction was immediate. Producers later revealed that social media began to overflow with messages within seconds of that statement. Shock, anger, support, disbelief. The audience could barely breathe. But Yaman wasn't finished. What I mean by mistake, he clarified, is not choosing the wrong person. It's losing myself. That one sentence changed everything. He went on to explain that Daletta was not a bad person. The problem, he insisted, was never her. The problem was me, he said. In that relationship, I crossed my own boundaries. I shifted my focus away from my career, neglected my work, and lost control of my emotions. It felt like the path of my life was suddenly taken away from me. For the first time, fans saw not a star but a man. Jan explained how, at the beginning of their relationship, the media pressure was overwhelming. Every step was photographed, every look analyzed, every movement turned into a headline. Both had demanding schedules, but the pressure on the relationship was relentless. Everywhere we went, cameras followed, he said. Nothing was private. And under that weight, I began to ask myself a terrifying question. Who am I actually becoming? Then came another revelation. There were things that happened back then that hurt me deeply, Jan admitted. But I told no one. I stayed silent. And because I stayed silent, I was blamed for everything. That silence, he explained, became an additional burden, one that slowly destroyed his inner peace. When a relationship kills your inner balance, he said, then it's already over. Naturally, the host asked the question everyone wanted answered. What were those decisive moments? Yaman paused once more. There's no point in reopening the past, he responded carefully. I've taken responsibility for my part. People grow with time. His words hit hard, especially in Italy. By the next morning, major newspapers were filled with headlines calling it a historic confession. For the first time, Yaman tells the truth about Diletta. One headline read, "An entire country is talking," said another. But the discussion didn't stop there. For years, one question refused to disappear. Was the relationship real? Or was it just PR? This time, Yaman answered without hesitation. The relationship was real, he said firmly. No one should claim otherwise. Neither of us would ever fake something like that for publicity. But just because something is real doesn't mean it's right. Some realities hurt. With that statement, he shut down years of conspiracy theories, yet the debate continued. Because when trust breaks, people suffer the most. As the cameras stayed on him, viewers noticed something rare, raw emotion. His reflection on the past wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't polished. It was painful and honest. Every person has a turning point in life, Yaman concluded. That relationship was mine. It taught me a lot, but at a very high price. And just like that, a chapter long buried was reopened. Not with rumors, but with his own voice.
So, what do you think?
Was this confession overdue? Was silence protecting him or hurting him? And can the truth ever fully close old wounds? That's all for today on Magazine News and Gossip. If you want the real stories, the unheard confessions, and the moments everyone else is afraid to talk about, make sure you subscribe and stay with us. Because in this world, silence never lasts forever. See you in the next video.